911, what's the nature of your emergency?
He was originally not need one. Yes, 28 from one truck when you're ready. One truck, White Lincoln X-ray 985 should come back up next.
On August 11, 2021, officers were called to an apartment complex in Altamont Springs, Florida, after receiving a 911 call in reference to an unresponsive female. The 911 caller advised she was on a work-related Zoom call with several of her coworkers, including 21-year-old Shamaya Lynn, when they all of a sudden heard a loud noise. The group then witnessed Shamaya immediately slump back in her seat, a steady trickle of blood coming out of her nose.
She just fell back, and her nose was bleeding. Her baby, I don't know if something hit. She hit the desk. I don't know. But all I heard, we heard a loud kaboom, and then she leaned back, and we just saw blood from her face.
Believing Shamaya had only passed out, the 911 caller and their other coworkers attempted to yell out to her. However, she remained mostly out of frame and wouldn't respond to their calls, while her 2 children could be heard crying in the background.
The baby's back there crying. She's not answering or anything. We're calling her name. She's not talking or responding.
While paramedics and police were already en route to the scene at the Oaks of Spring Valley Apartments due to the coworker's call, another 911 call was received shortly after the first, but this time from Shamaya's boyfriend, where he explained to the dispatcher he had just returned home and found Shamaya laid back in her chair, unresponsive and covered in blood. The boyfriend, who was not immediately identified, wasn't sure what had happened to Shamaya, and he disclosed to the dispatcher that she had just recently gotten out of the hospital due to stomach issues. After asking the boyfriend if Shamaya was breathing, he said he could not see her chest rising and falling, so the dispatcher began walking him through CPR until paramedics arrived.
911, do you need police, fire, medical?
I need medical.
What's the address? Come on, 1 moment for medical.
Hurry.
1 moment, I'm getting medical on the line for you. 1 moment, caller.
Hurry.
1 moment.
Hurry, I believe. Hello.
Fire rescue. Let me know what the medical. In Altamont. Okay, and
Yes, I literally just got home and I come in the room. My girlfriend, she was working on the computer and she just laid back. There's blood everywhere.
Okay. Now, I did have somebody already call. We do have paramedics already on the way. Somebody called because they were on a Zoom meeting with her. I know, honey, I know. And how old is your girlfriend?
She's 21 years old. She just
21?
She just left Altamont Hospital 2 days ago because there's something wrong with her stomach. She just left Altamont Hospital because there's something wrong with her stomach.
Right now, though, is she awake?
No, she's not awake.
Is she breathing?
Please let me know what's going on.
Okay, paramedics are already on their way. Is she breathing?
No, I do not feel her heart pumping.
No, is she breathing? Do you see her chest rising and falling?
No, I do not.
Okay, we're going to do CPR. Okay, I'm going to tell you how to do that, okay?
Okay, hurry, please.
Is there a defibrillator available?
Can you say it one more time?
Is there a defibrillator available?
I don't know what that is, no.
Okay, that's fine. What you're going to do is lay her flat on her back on the floor, nothing underneath her head. Tell me when that's done.
On the floor? On her back on the floor?
Yes, flat on her back on the floor, nothing underneath her head.
Oh my God, there's blood everywhere.
I'm sorry, honey, but we're going to go ahead and do CPR on her. Just let me know when she's flat on her back on the floor.
Okay.
All right, you're going to place the heel of your hand on her breastbone. Put your other hand on top of that hand. You're going to pump her. You're going to take the heel of your hand. You're going to place it on her breastbone, right between the nipples. Put your other hand on top of that hand. Let me know when you've done that. Okay. You're gonna pump her chest hard and fast, at least twice per second in 2 inches deep. You're gonna let her chest come all the way up between the pumps. We're gonna do this until help can take over. I want you to count out loud with me. Okay? We're gonna 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep going with 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep that rhythm up like that. Keep counting out loud. 1, 2, 3, 4, so I can make sure you're going fast enough.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I think that's help. I'm gonna run open the door.
Okay.
Come on, man. Hurry, please. I don't know what happened. I just walked in the house. I just came through the door. And then I walked over here, and I see I seen this. Okay. Can you take care? I got him. Hey, dog, I got the rest for me, all right? Can you tell me did someone call already? Can you tell me what? Yeah, just walk out real quick, okay? Can you tell me what happened? So,
Hi, I'm here.
oh my God, bro, what the happened?
Unfortunately, after first responders tried to render her aid, Shamaya ultimately succumbed to her injuries. After investigators arrived on scene, it was then revealed what had actually happened to the young mother. She was ultimately killed by a gunshot to her head after one of the couple's toddlers found a loaded and unsecured handgun inside of his Paw Patrol backpack, picked it up, and accidentally fired it. Thankfully, neither of the 2 children in the home were injured. Detectives questioned the boyfriend, who's also the father of the children, but they did not immediately charge him with anything. However, they began working with the Seminole County State Attorney's Office to determine whether charges should be filed against the grieving father who owned the firearm. It took a couple of months for any other updates to be published. However, on October 14th, police announced that 22-year-old Viandre Avery was arrested and charged with negligent manslaughter and unsafe storage of a firearm. This young mother of 2 unfortunately lost her life in a preventable tragedy. While family and friends mourn, it has been a reminder nationwide to anyone who owns a weapon to always keep it secured and in a spot in your home that cannot be easily accessed by children of any age. Shamaya was a loving mother of 2 young children and was looking forward to celebrating her youngest son's first birthday in September, just weeks away from when she died. Not only did this beautiful young mother lose her life in a preventable tragedy, but now Viandre must face the consequences of his actions, and we must think about the child who pulled the trigger and hope that no blame or guilt is placed upon them as they age. We can only take this terrible tragedy not to be judged, but as a reminder to be more vigilant when we have firearms around the house, especially when we have children in the home.